So welcome back to the channel. We are excited to continue on with our 2021 campground reviews. I know you just are sitting there waiting every other week.
You can't wait to
see
what we're going to be talking about this week.
Yeah, and don't forget to stay tuned to the end because we'll cover all the areas that we normally cover, and what you may want to be looking out for are those special moments. Our top 3 and our bottom 3, and whether we give this thing a thumbs up or not.
Right.
Yes. All right, so today's campground review is the Westview RV Resort. And this is located in Dolores, Colorado. And
kind of right on the border, right, of Dolores and Cortez.
Yeah, you know, that's a funny thing. Glad you brought that up, because there was something weird about the directions to this place, or maybe the mail service or something. It's kind of like right on the line between Dolores and Cortez, and so that made things a little, until we figured it out, it made it a little challenging. Yeah, so some nearby attractions, and you were just saying this, kind of surprising how much is going on in that area.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah. So the Lowry Pueblo, I can't say that very well. Lowry, not like Mike Lowry, or is it?
Yeah. Mike Lowry, right.
Hello? This is Mike Lowry.
He doesn't talk that way. Talk like him, Try to talk sexy.
Come on.
Or Lowry Seasoning.
Or Lowry Seasoning, yes. So it's the Lowry Pueblo, the Manco State Park, the Hovenweep National Monument, the Mesa Verde National Park, the Hawkins Preserve. We went to Dove Creek, which was a little town that was on the border of, where was it? On the border of, is that right? Dove Creek?
I think so.
Yeah,
I'll
okay.
have to look it up.
Yeah, and then wine tasting.
But Dove Creek, you were going to say, was the pinto bean.
The pinto
We
bean
found out
capital, yes.
They were like, yeah, that was like their major product.
Claim to fame.
Was producing pinto beans.
Yeah, and I bought some
And
of
so,
them.
of course, we had to buy some, of course.
Yes.
But yeah, there was a lot to do in this area, especially if you're interested in the ruins.
The ruins, yeah, there's tons of that there. In terms of the wine tasting, we went to the Yellow Cab, and then we also went to the Sutcliffe Winery. And we were, I think, coming back from the whole Hovenweep whatnot thing, and we were like, is that a winery?
Yeah, we were literally, I think we were on our way back from Four Corners.
Yes.
That on the day that we did the Four Corners.
Yes.
And we were just coming back, and we saw Sutcliffe, and we were like, I wonder if they're open.
Yeah.
And they were.
And boy, did that turn into a great thing.
Yeah.
And actually, that's another thing to mention that was by there is the Four Corners. I thought I wrote that down, but I didn't. But so yeah, lots to do in this area.
Some of it's a little bit of a drive.
Yeah.
But most of it is probably easily tackled in 90 minutes to 2 hours.
Yeah. Easily.
So easily can be done from this RV park.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So we stayed there. We were actually there in August of 2021, and this was, I think it was like the whole month we were there. August 7th through the 28th. Full hookups. Yes, this park does have full hookups. It's kind of a newer park, so that was kind of nice. So fully water, power, and sewer. No issues with water pressure. Do you remember any of that?
No, I don't remember any issues with any of it, really.
Yeah.
We had, like you said, it's a fairly new park, so they have everything is in really good working order.
Yeah. Now, we did have an issue with the sewer pipe in our spot. It was kind of high. We might have mentioned this in other videos before where you pull in and, the sewer pipe is like up to your kneecaps. It's like, that's going to be a little too high because we need gravity to pull it out of the rig and go into the sewer. So we actually just told them about it and they addressed that. So that was not a problem.
Yeah, gravity is your friend. And,
yes.
So like you said, it was a little too high. We called over and they came over and cut it down and made that a lot easier to work with.
Yeah. This was, when we look at the gravel or concrete sites, this was a gravel site, the site where the rig was. There was a little concrete slab where we had a picnic table on. So that was nice. And nice to mention that there are picnic tables. There was no grill, but there was a picnic table.
But it was a picnic table.
Yeah, and a little grassy
area. They had
I
think a central grill area up by the community.
Oh yeah,
and all that.
But
huge.
Each
individual's spot did not have a grill.
Yeah, like the biggest black stone I've ever seen in my life in that community area. It was pretty massive. Access or road issues. What road were we coming off of? Because remember we drove through the town of Dolores, little teeny town, and then we turned left.
I don't know if it was Highway 50. I don't know. I keep saying Highway 50 because we were in Colorado.
Yeah.
But it was a highway, a Colorado highway that came in, and there were no issues with that.
No.
That road, and the turn into the RV park was huge.
It was a good,
it was a really
nice, wide turn in. The only thing that we had an issue with, and this was actually in our site, and this part of this we don't know if it's operator error or if there was a weird thing, but there was kind of a little dip at the end of our site. So you pull, the way we had to, you pull into the site, and then at the end of the site it kind of went up a little bit, and then it was an asphalt road.
Because there was a curve, they had curves, around the parking spaces that, like you said, they were asphalt roads that gave you access within the park.
Yeah.
But the spots themselves, particularly the one we were in, and I don't know, as we looked around, I thought a lot of them were uneven. But anyway, ours had a dip.
Yeah, some of them were worse than others, and where we were, it had a serious dip. And what the outcome of that is we couldn't get the kingpin off the hitch because it just had this weird dip in a weird spot.
And every time we try to move the truck, by the time I would get in the truck and even put it into gear, the arm would snap back on. So that means we tried to move the truck. So I think, like you said, there was an operator error there. And I look back on it, I think I might not have had the arm pulled correctly,
Locked,
and locked on the hitch in the truck.
Yeah.
So every time we even just any slight movement, it would snap back into place.
Which is its job.
Oh yes.
But we're like trying to get it off the RV.
Yeah, because it took us like 30 minutes,
It was
40
crazy.
minutes. It was a
This is a
ridiculous
pull-through
amount
spot,
of time,
and we could not
to get the
that-
truck off the RV.
Yeah, that was crazy. We were still kind of newish at that point too, so there was that. We would say that the lot spacing is West Coast ample. We had good spacing on our business side. We had good spacing on our camp side. Like I said, with the grass area, the concrete slab, the picnic bench. You didn't feel like if you put your awnings out, it was going to slap your neighbor. So that was not a thing at all. Although we don't ever put our awnings out because we don't want them to break.
It has to be very still outside.
It has to be very
No
still.
wind.
Zero wind. If your hair is blowing, it's too windy.
It's too
Put the
much.
awning in. All right, so Wi-Fi and cell service. Yes, and at the time we had AT&T and
Verizon?
Yeah. Was it Verizon?
I think so.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, AT&T and Verizon. And we both have 8 Verizon hotspots for our phone, so yeah, we didn't have any issues there at all. Did we even use the campground as Wi-Fi as WAN? Do you remember?
I don't remember, but I don't think. Yeah, I don't remember if we did, but I think they did have it. But I think we just used our Verizon.
Yeah.
Or excuse me, our AT&T.
Yeah. So cell coverage in the area was great, and we both are still working, and so that matters to us when we go into these parks. Number 10 is laundry facility and showers. They actually had a very nice laundry area, a good number of washers. I don't remember if they were front loaders or not, but the commercial sized washers and good dryers. It was a clean area. You could access it from inside the community room, or you could access it from the outside. You just put the code in, and then they had nice showers too. Same idea. You could access it from the community room, or you can access it from outside.
Yeah, and it was coded.
Yeah.
Like most are.
Yeah.
With a private code.
Yeah.
That you got when you checked in.
Yeah. And so other amenities in the park. This park had a really big community room / area because it was an indoor community room that actually had a bar at it, which was nice. And then the outside area had lights and
tons of chairs,
and
the barbecue,
the giant Blackstone, a fire pit, a grassy area,
horseshoes maybe.
Yeah,
and they had a lot there for because even in the time we were there, we saw a couple of birthday parties.
Oh yeah,
we might even seen a
reception or wedding or something,
or some sort of reception. So
yeah,
it was being used quite regularly.
I would say so. And when you check in, she would give you, I forget what her name was. I'll have to find her name. Very nice woman that was the main manager. She might have also been the owner. I can't remember. But she'd give you a calendar of all the activities because certain nights they'd have like a potluck. And, you could bring all the stuff over there and people could, have community together. This was still sort of COVID-y, so we didn't do a whole lot of that, but it was available.
And they were having campground potlucks and things.
Oh, yeah.
We just didn't participate
just
because of the COVID
Yeah.
situation.
At your site trash pickup. I love that. They had the trash bins in the front of the RV park. And and a lot of people do that. They like to keep the trash cans in one spot in the RV park just to keep rodents and whatnot under control, so it's not scattered through all the park. But a lot of times it could be a country mile to get to that freaking trash can. So it's really nice that these guys would drive by daily, like before 10 a.m. or something like that.
Yeah, I think if you had it out on the curb by like 9:30 or 10, they would
drive by with a golf cart and
just pick it up.
Yeah.
So that was really nice.
Yeah. No pool or jacuzzi on this, but again, the other great amenities. They actually, we had never seen this before. We didn't use this service, but we definitely thought about it. There was an on-site salon. I mean, like a full service. Get your hair cut, get a manicure, get a pedicure.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
I think we were going to use it.
Yeah.
We actually called them, but it just didn't work out in the time that we were there. But I mean, that's great to have that kind of service.
Amazing. And in all the campgrounds we've been to in almost 2 years, we've never seen anything like that. Oh, one other thing I want to mention as an amenity. So in this is sort of farm country, and there was it's called Bell Beef. We'll put the link to their service below. But he would bring, so he's a farmer, a rancher, and he would bring his beef product in a giant trailer cooler thing. I think it was every Friday. And so you could buy steaks, you could buy ground beef, you could buy sausages. You could buy all kinds of stuff. And it was a great, amazing quality, really reasonably priced. We also went to a farmer's market that was near there, and there was another rancher there. But it's nice to be able to buy from the locals. All right, pet friendly is our next category. Oh, look, Charlie looked up for that. That would be your category. Yes, it was definitely pet friendly. And near our, yes, he wants to comment on this. We were parked right next to this gigantic corral. You come in, you take Charlie off the leash, and what does he do? He stands right next to your leg. So it was there for him.
I mean, it was huge.
Yeah.
It was huge, and he just, he's not really into that. So.
No, he's a lap dog, as you can see.
He likes to sniff the perimeter, and that was about it.
That's all he was into. They did have dog cans and bags in a couple of key places around the park, so that was nice. The next category is management. I would say the management was really good. It was very organized, very responsive. And back to the situation with the sewer thing, when we reported that, they just came and addressed that. So I thought it was really good. Next area is, or the next category is grocery nearby, and was there Instacart available? Yes, there was grocery nearby. The Dolores local market was actually a very fine market, and that's in the city of Dolores. You could also go to Cortez, since you're right on the corner there. You could also go to Cortez, and I don't remember what grocery store it was.
I think
Safeway,
I don't know, but didn't they have a Walmart?
Yes, they did.
We never went to the Walmart, but I'm pretty sure they have one there.
Yeah. No Instacart though. Yeah. But by the time you get there, who knows? I mean, this stuff changes all the time. Nearby, Camping World, Ace Hardware, Harbor Freight, and True Value. Yes, there was a really great Ace Hardware in Cortez. Listen, when you're full-time RV, you got to know where those hardware stores are. I'd never even gone to a Harbor Freight. Neither one of us had.
I'd never even heard of it.
Now when we ride into a city, we're like, oh, nice,
yay,
Harbor Freight.
Never even heard of it.
That's hilarious. All right, the next category is mail service. And I thought they were really organized. Yes, they had mail service. I don't remember if they had like USPS, but I do remember that they had the carriers. And that's typically all we do. We're not in a place long enough where we want to have our USPS mail delivered there. We have our a mail service in San Diego. All USPS goes to there, and we just have them ship. So they kept the packages behind the desk. Some places they just kind of put it out in the middle of the room or put it out in front of the thing. These folks kept it behind the desk, and they had a pretty robust. It's a pretty big park. How many sites do you remember were?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's a pretty big park.
Yeah.
There's
She'd have a lot of packages behind that desk.
Yeah.
Yeah. So some special moments. This is always the the thing that we look forward to when we go to these parks and reflecting back on it. The special moments we had were we had some really great neighbors.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, some great neighbors, Lee and Beth.
Yes.
They met. They came out. We were still trying to get unhooked off of the rig as we were fighting with the truck, and they came out and started chatting, and just right away, just connected with them, and they even watched Charlie one day. Well, first they had schnauzers.
Yes.
And so I think their dog had not been gone too long.
Yes.
So when they saw Charlie, they just
fell in love.
Just fell in love. So
did she groom him?
She did. She groomed him. She offered to groom him like immediately.
She really did. I mean, the minute she saw him, it was probably 20 minutes before she's like, "I'd be happy to groom him."
Right.
Yes.
And she actually did one day. She watched him all day while we went over to Mesa Verde.
Yes.
And they groomed him and just let us kind of go explore, which was really nice.
That was very nice. They were such nice folks.
They were really nice. So we met them and stayed in touch with them.
Yeah. And then we met Marty and Jamie, and we were just walking down one morning, walking Charlie, and we run into them, say hi and whatever, and we just connected, and that was really lovely too. And while we were there, they came in with one RV. It was like a Class B. Was that RV they had?
Yeah, I think that.
And they were in the process of selling that and buying a fifth wheel and buying the truck. So we were kind of there for part of it and got a chance to tour their new RV and going into the fabulous new RVers. Oh my God, this is gorgeous! Look at you guys all excited. Oh my gosh, look at this nice desk. Yeah. So just walk me through, and I'll just take a look. What you got here? I love that. Yeah, we met them for brunch. We met them for dinner. And we stayed in touch, and they came to help us when we were in Durango. Yes, lovely, lovely, lovely meeting them, and we're still in touch with them, and we're very thrilled about that. And then, last but not least, we met Lance and Flo there, wheeling with the Wendes.
Yeah, one of the things that I think we noticed was they had a momentum.
Yes.
So they don't have the same model, but they have momentum. So when you see a big old 44-foot rig, you tend to talk to, the same brand.
Yeah.
You talk to those people, and they were so helpful. They shared lots of information. Anytime we had a question about anything,
they've been really great.
Lance, look it up, send us an email.
Yeah.
So they've been really great. So we've been keeping track of them, and hopefully we'll see them on the road at some point. Yeah, and we'll put a link to their YouTube channel and their stuff below. Yeah, like she said, Lance would be so responsive because we asked about, they had that rig tricked out, and we're just talking about the stuff we saw on the outside. We didn't even see all the fancy stuff on the inside, but they really had that rig tricked out, and so we went over asking questions like, "Where'd you get this? And where'd you get that? And how'd you do this? And how'd you do that?" And so he was super helpful. Yeah, completely helpful, and took the time to look up stuff and send us emails. Yeah, very, very nice. All right, we are to the top three and the bottom three. Actually, this is probably going to be a few more than three, but the top and the bottom things for the Westview RV Resort. Top three things. All right. So, number one was just so many things again in the area. We talked about those in the the nearby attractions. But one of the things that really stuck out was the Manco State Park, because that's where we took our picture that we closed all our videos out with. Yes. So the picture where we're holding Charlie and Live a Great Story. Yeah. We took that picture there. Yeah. So, love that. Fond memories definitely from there. The trash pickup, which we talked about, that's definitely a plus. And then the community area, again, if you're planning any kind of big event or, just want to, spend some time outside of your rig, they have that great area to go sit and relax. Really great. A garden. There was a whole garden area there. I mean, it was really nice. Very nice. And then what else do we have there? Oh, and then there was pull-throughs. Yeah. Yeah, we're making an exception today. We're having a top four because all the spots are pull-throughs. So if that's a thing that you're looking for, you don't have to worry about selection there because you're going to get a pull-through. Yeah, that's really nice. I just want to give a real quick shout out to something that was in the local area, the Dolores Brewery. We went over there, and if you looked at our last video, that cap that I had on with that interesting logo on it came from the Dolores Brewery. We'll put their link to their brewery in the description also. What about the bottom three for this one? I think, the sites were on level, as we've talked about, and kind of the struggle we had getting the truck unhooked. So,
Yeah.
again, it might have been a combination of user error, but because they were on level, that did cause a little bit of a problem for us.
Yeah.
We mentioned the sewer issue and that it was too high, but again, we called them, they rectified it. So
Right on top of it.
so that was nice. And then there was no shade though, so definitely, would say if you're looking for a nice shady spot,
Yeah.
this place.
Would
The
not be
trees
there.
were not mature.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they had trees.
Yeah.
They just weren't mature trees.
Yeah, baby trees.
Because again, I think it's a fairly new park.
How old would you say it was?
I thought it was like a couple of years old. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's it's nicely laid out, but it doesn't have really any shade.
Yeah.
And then the last thing that we're sort of calling out is they again because we do these videos from a big rig friendly perspective, we did notice that on I guess some of the turns
On the corners.
they've had some really nice decorative things and light posts and that make the park attractive, but if you're pulling through there and you're not paying attention
To that tail swing.
to that tail swing, that's the kind of stuff that you can take out, or makes it difficult to maneuver. So I'll leave it at that. I mean, it really is laid out nice, but it's just
Yeah.
something to be aware of.
Yeah.
To look out for.
Yeah. If you're having something like that on the corners, just recess it in some. So that way, if someone's coming by there with tail swing, they're not going to smash your whatever, your decorative whatnot.
Right.
All right. So, final. Is this a thumbs up or a thumbs down from a big rig friendly perspective? What would you say?
I'd say it's a
thumbs up.
for sure.
Yeah.
It was a really nice park.
Yeah.
So yeah, thumbs up for sure.
Yeah, we would absolutely give it a thumbs up. We would absolutely go back
Yeah.
there. Really had great memories, lots of great stuff to do in the area. What about you, Charlie? What would you say?
I think Charlie gives us a thumbs up too.
Are you giving it? He's trying to get his paw together.
He's like, I think it's a thumbs up too.
You do? You liked it?
He
did.
liked it. He did like it. I mean, even though he didn't run around a ton in that huge corral, we let him off leash and he did what he did.
Yeah.
He's not really that kind of dog, but I think he enjoyed it.
He really did, and he met some nice people that took good care of him and just loved
Got a
up
nice
on
room
him.
there.
He really had a great time. So that's it, folks. Thanks for watching. This is the Westview RV Resort. If you've been there before, let us know down in the comments. Let us know if you want to go there. If you're adding it to your list for Colorado, definitely let us know.
Yeah,
And,
if you're in that part of the state,
yeah.
It's definitely worthwhile to check out. So let us know if you've been there or if you know of other parks in that part of the state.
Yeah.
That are big rig friendly.
Yeah. And if you haven't already, we would sure love it if you would subscribe and hit that notify button so that you know when new content's coming out. If you'll give us a like and a comment. Drop a comment there. Introduce yourself. If this is the first time that you're coming to our channel, go ahead and introduce yourself down in the comments and we will be sure to respond. So thanks for joining us and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Wow, 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 wow.